welcome to your weekly energy update for January 6th through January 12th. Okay, so very interesting as we continue to weave our way through a continuation, we can say, from 2025. We're very much moving into still this union energy within the Ascension. That being said, we are moving into the higher chakras. We have been focused for many, many weeks on the throat, and that was had great purpose because it is essentially preparing us as we are beginning to move more into the third eye and into the crown. And I anticipate we might be here for a little bit of time. Now, within this energy, you may have even begun to notice times very recently where you have been giving a lot of energy, a lot of focus to second guessing perhaps your intuition, trying to make decisions, doubt, worry. All of these things that sort of like can impede on our confidence, on our knowing, on our intuition. And as we move into these higher third eye and the crown area, this is very much what we're dealing with. We're dealing with our connection to the higher realms, to ourself at the higher dimensions, to our higher self, to our confidence, to our intuition. And so many of the things that have been directly hindering or impeding or causing some resistance around this are going to be coming up. For many people, this may even include your spiritual gifts, any lack of clarity, any doubt, any worry, these sort of things. So we began the energy with the wise woman in the grove. And this is card number 49, which is 13, and 13, 4. So this is, we could say 13, and we could also say an energy of the 4. So what I love about this card is you will see the woman here in the forest, and it's as if she's given us a beautiful gift, right? Sort of peering from behind the trees. So this is very like wise, again, it says it, wise woman energy. We've got a ruby representing perhaps power, passion, but also very much related to the root chakra. So fears, right? And it's not so much. This feels like actually the wisdom, the remembrance, the connection to the bloodlines, to the inner, uh, the women, right? The women of the bloodline and the wisdom held within them as to how to clear and how to um, sort of mother the energy from a much higher standpoint. Not a mothering, but how to be a mother type of energy. And so it is, as opposed to needing to clear up everything in the ancestry and needing to cut these cords or dissolve the cords or um, clear out some of what feels like is the junk. This is saying now we're going to reach for the light. Now you're going to start to pull the strength. Now you're going to start to pull the power. Now you're going to start to work with the wisdom and really tap into that inner mystic, that wise woman that has been all along right there in your lineage, dressed up as something she is not. But let yourself see her now. She is with you. She is present. Let your ancestors walk beside you in their power, in their strength, and allow them to guide you directly into higher states of being, higher states of remembrance, higher states of consciousness. And it's followed by this yes card, which is really interesting. So it says, just say yes. It feels like a lot of this, like, yes, 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 yes energy. So let's couple it with, it comes with the wise woman energy. So it sounds also sort of like, for some time, we may have been pushing away um, some of these aspects that feel a little unknown, a little new to us, and feel almost like we're going to need to travel a new journey, a new path. And so this is jumping out of the comfort zone again. And it feels like very much, and we're going to let this yes stay with us throughout the rest of the reading and see where it also delivers us. And it comes with the high priestess. And so what I'm finding really interesting about the high priestess, which I've never noticed before, is she has a scroll here that says Torah, the Torah. And then she's wearing a cross. So what I'm getting from this is actually more of this, let your intuition become the union to between the misunderstandings or the it again, it still feels like we're working with communication here, but it's like learning to communicate the human, which sits in our lower chakras, right? Our earth, our connection to the earth, and our higher chakra is really connected to our higher states of consciousness, our self as source, all of this. So it is like, let this be the bridge between the human and the higher, our higher selves, our higher sense of being. Let this be the connection between the what has been and what is coming, the dark and the light, as we continue to clear a lot of this dark feminine energy off of the feminine, this idea that she is quote unquote dark as in evil or negative, or it's many women walking before us have walked with these veils, and it feels like this is sort of a reclamation energy where we are going to be reclaiming that inner mystic, that inner intuition, that inner wisdom, and bridging the gap between what has been and what is to come. Bridging the gap between what we thought we knew and what is yet to be known. It is just sort of this like, yes, there is a new journey that is on the way, uh, but allow your intuition to really be the guide this time around. That feels very pertinent. And then we have the spirit guardian of autumn, and it says letting go. This is 35, which is the energy of an 8. And yeah, this feels like let spirit take over. This feels like very much surrender energy, like when autumn comes and we're preparing for winter, how the tree needs to let the leaves go, right? Um, how the flowers and the plants, they hibernate. They go in for winter. And winter is really that time where, it's like we have harvested and now it's the time to just let things die, let things go, let things um, rest and prepare for what is about to come. And we know that we have entered uh, winter now from the 21st of December. And so this feels very much like surrender energy. Let spirit guide you through this, really, hands off the wheel kind of a vibe. And this is coupled with the Eight of Pentacles. And now you see here a man who is creating a system, right? And it feels like he's finalizing, he is working his way through perhaps some of the tidying up, some of the final details, really putting things in order. And this feels very masculine, as in we are in the process of creating the structures that are housing this feminine flow, this intuition, this feminine energy. For those of you who have been feeling like I really am searching for clarity or to really ground my intuition or my gifts or to know my direction or to understand what the heck is even happening, don't fear. We are in the process of integration. We are in the process of really starting to bring in more of the structure. You are doing this, whether you are aware of it or not. And this is why winter is a beautiful time to slow down, get very intentional, and allow this to take process versus speeding through trying to get somewhere. You'll actually get further when you slow down first. So very interesting. And then we have the Akasha coming through, which again is very much your guidance is divinely guided. This feels very much like trust energy. Once again, allow spirit in more in the third eye, in the crown. Allow it to speak through you more freely. Allow it to have more territory within your space. Um, and to learn to really surrender some of the thoughts, not just the thoughts, but perhaps some of the questioning, the doubting, the worrying, the over protection, right, of the masculine, to try to make sure that there is safety, because really you have been gifted, right, divine safety, and it is in the form of wisdom. So then we have bear, very fitting. We go from fall to very winter vibes, and this is the bear spirit. I feel like lots of energy rating off of this. It says healing. This is again the energy of the four. So we're working with a lot of um, sort of karmic release energy during this particular time. And whew, winter wonderland vibes for sure. So a lot of times, the bear is a very protective, healer type of energy. So just know that we are very much, right? We are very much in the process of working with these higher centers, that so much is clearing out, and the way that we are clearing it out is by reaching for our higher conscious tools. Know that the energy of the bear is going to be very present with you this week. It is a very hibernating winter energy, but know you are going in to restore, to renew, to allow things to restructure, right? To restructure in a way that is going to bring forth increased speed, increased awareness and clarity, as well as increased protection. And it's not necessarily protection, it is just an awareness and how to work with the energy in a way so that your authority becomes the protection versus thinking you actually need protection. So there's a flip that is sort of happening within the field right now. And so lots of healing going on, which is bringing us to, I'm not sure how you say this. Imrama. I'm Rama. I'm not really sure. We've got the water, we've got the temples, where you're being called to journey. For many of you, you may be starting to feel the energy of perhaps physical places, like you're being called to sacred locations, you're being called to travel to the mountains or travel to certain places. Feels like a yes. And for those of you that that's not possible, or even if you are journeying, know the journey is both within and without. So those physical journeys are going to continue to activate and to bring forth powerful remembrances for you and the field, as well as the internal journey. As I mentioned, it sounds like we are getting ready to start a whole new beginning. And that is really the energy that is going to carry us through 2025. I've said a couple of times that as we work through 2025, which is a year nine, it is a completion, it is tying up all the loose strings, it is moving through, right, the rest of the trigram. So to say, keep your eye on 2026 because that is the new beginning. So many times when we're at the end of something, it we want to hold on because we don't want to let go of what we have. But if we can focus on where we're like this idea that like be here, one eye here, and maybe one eye in what's coming next, then you'll begin to recognize it's not the end, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And so it's a yes, go, step in, travel, trust your intuition. Let spirit guide you where it is you need to go, whether it is an internal journey, whether it's a physical journey, whether it's both journeys, and allow yourself to feel safe in doing all of these things because you are already busy just finalizing, just completing through this year. these structures where you're going to know how to work with all of your chakras, all of these energies, your human and your spirit, um, in a more comprehensive, aligned, harmonious way. We're definitely moving that way. And then, of course, we have the Ten of Cups, which is such a beautiful card. This sort of like rainbow idea. And what's interesting is I'm seeing a family here, which is also reminding me something that has come up for me. I actually am just finishing booking my trip to Egypt, and it's something that I sort of had put off for a little bit of time. And then I decided, I knew that 2025 was going to be the year. And I was planning on going on retreats. There were so many people that were going, and I was like trying to decide, but my intuition kept coming back to I meant to go with my family. There's a reason why my family is my family, and we are meant to be there together. This feels like, again, a nod to the idea that a lot of this journey is not solo. We're moving back into the family unit. We're moving back into tribes, moving back into factions. And so this is not just a win for you. This is not just a journey for you. This is a journey for the family. And can, for some of you who have been keeping perhaps your spiritual world a little bit separate from your family, as in you're the one doing this and maybe they're not, or feeling like you can be one person this way and whatever it may show up for you, however it may show up for you, it could be really small, it could be really big. Everyone is going to be different. It feels like step into being the leader for your family. Step into uh, recognizing that they too want to be led. And so you're going to lead yourself, you're going to lead them, and then we're going to continue to work within larger communities, within spaces, educational spaces, spiritual spaces, to continue to allow others to pour into us. So very beautiful journeying. So we're also journeying. We got a lot of journeying. We're journeying into higher levels of consciousness. We're journeying into our intuition. We're journeying into our wisdom. We're journeying with the new systems coming on board. We're physically perhaps journeying, traveling, doing all these things. We're journeying, allowing more of spirit, and also coming back into the family, coming back into the family unit and allowing it to be more existent within our lives. And then we have another rainbow. So, rainbow, waterfall, and miracles. And so, when we're talking about the water, again, we are talking about our emotions. We're talking about flow. We are talking about memories. We're talking about intuition. A lot of people say, the rainbow holds all the frequencies within them. So very much related to the white ray, very much related to the spectrum of being, right? Spectrum of emotions, spectrum of the self, of source, of all the things. And, kind of like the leprechaun story, many say that at the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. So the gold that is coming forth from the work that we are moving into this week, even if it feels like normal, the lessons that we are learning are maybe not going to be so obvious. If you can be really present and start to pay attention to the slight little nuances throughout your day where you're getting stressed, where you're feeling certain things, where the same old thoughts have come in, and you learn to approach them differently. This is that journey, right, to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And then we have the star mother coming in. And how can you mother yourself, which is very poignant because I think I said at the beginning of this about this sort of mother energy. Now, what's interesting is this is not mothering, this is divine mother. This is really handing over that the lower vibration, the doubt, the worries, the fear, the stress, hand it over to the mother, right? To that mother energy within. Now, if we were talking about divine mother, okay, some of you may be like, my mom was not like this, but I want you to think from a divinity standpoint. The mother is the nurturer. The mother is not the overprotective one that has really kind of come with the dark feminine, this overprotection. I gotta control, I gotta make sure you're safe, I gotta limit what you can do, I gotta freak out about everything. That's mothering, right? I'm gonna tell you who you need to be. This is more of I don't I don't tell you. I know that you have to learn for yourself, but I can walk beside you and I can hold your hand. And in those moments when you're feeling the doubt, when you're feeling the worry, when you're feeling the stress, I can be the one who says, it's okay. I can be the one who says, I got you. I'm right here. Lean on me. I can be the one who is your biggest cheerleader that says, just a little further. You're okay. We got this. That's not true. Don't believe that. You're special. That is that divine mother energy. So, can you, as you go through this week, begin to embody and utilize more of this energy? How can you be the mother to yourself? Mom, I'm not okay right now. Or mom, I just need somebody to love me. Or mom, that's sort of like, and if you didn't feel like you had that as a kid, as many many of us did not, then it's you be that for yourself. Be that for yourself. Channel this energy for yourself. Allow your spirit to move into the divine mother frequency and to become the mother, perhaps physically to your children, but also to yourself and to others that the world so deeply needs right now. And then we have the Two of Cups coming in, very much union energy. And we have uh, the Caduce here, the Kundalini as well. So the Kundalini rising coming into union. Um, Really, we've got the lion at the top with his wings. So this higher consciousness, passionate, we got the red, right? We've got kind of all of the pieces of the puzzle with their gold cups sort of coming together, coming to fruition. Very much a feeling of, again, this completion, this alignment, this harmony coming forth for us this week. So, actually, so much supportive, beautiful, feminine energy coming in to show you how beautiful and majestic and supported and kind and nurturing and loving she is. As opposed to perhaps, yes, she has the ability to be fierce and feisty and all of those things, but it's almost this I don't want to fight energy. I just want to love. I don't want to fight. I just want to love. And so, beginning to channel this within ourselves, how can we within ourselves begin to come into harmony, into union, into love, into peace within ourselves, the peace, and begin to align all the different aspects that we are into one cohesive avatar that we are then showing to the world. This is who I am now. All right, this is your energy reading for this week. I am so excited to see where you're going to go this week. What trips are you maybe going to book? Very excited that I have been guided to begin to create family style. I don't even know how this is going to go. Watch me journey, family style retreats slash adventures slash vacations. Um, that I have feeling have been absent in the marketplace. So stay tuned for more information on that, and I will see you on next week's energy reading.